Velvet Room, a space for an open conversation about Black love, marriage, religion, and generational wealth. Sit back and relax and be prepared for a real discussion and open conversation. Like and subscribe.
Hey, y'all doing?
What's going on? What's happening? What's happening? Good to be back in the mix. Yeah, buddy.
What's going on? What's going
Hey.
on?
Oh, well, what's up, Jim?
It's been a while. Sanaa is chilling in the car.
Yeah, buddy.
Hey, let's go.
What's happening?
All right, you guys, it's been a while.
Yeah.
So, since I don't think we've been together since like what I think around March. What you guys been up to in the past few months?
A lot. Too much.
Too much. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Of course, I've been.
Can y'all hear me okay?
Yeah, we hear you pretty good.
So,
All right, you guys,
I had a
come on.
birthday yesterday.
Happy birthday to you.
Yeah, buddy. Happy birthday. Who was that? Who was that? I don't see her
This is
name.
Queen Sanaa.
That's the queen right there.
And last night, I won the Excellence in Fashion Award. Woo-hoo.
Yeah.
Nice.
What?
Yeah.
All right. That's fine.
That's what's up.
Yeah, but check this out, you guys. We got a couple more ladies who chime in. If they don't, we do got one lady. She can hold it down for the rest of the ladies till they come in. But we got an interesting topic today. And I know y'all been seeing this list all over social media about 30 places. There's a list that came out on social media that places that women refuse to go on a date. So quite interesting. Just keep floating around and keep seeing a lot of comments and everything. So but before we get into that, really see what's going on in the news here. In 1 second. There we go. I'm a little rusty. Here we go.
And now it's time for the news. Hot topics.
As always, what's going on, people? Hey, we got a couple of things we're going to talk about that's in the news. But first, I want to start off with something local. You know, sometimes we need to look around to our neighbors, to our left and right, and we can see some positive things going on. There's a young man named Tony Weaver. He's a 20-year-old young man. He's a founder of it's called Weird Enough Production. And he grew up, he went to and what this Weird Production is, it's a new media production that's designed for to create Black positive roles in the media, you know, and acting and things of that nature. So he went to a training at the Tupac Shakur Center for Arts in Atlanta. And that's when he recognized that there need to be more positive Black roles for Black and minority males that's out there. So I want to give it up. And he actually won. He was a recipient of Leadership Award and Black Excellence Award. So I want to give it up for that young man who was 20 years old doing things out there in the positive world.
Nice.
Next, we have a young lady. Her name is Jessica Johnson. She's the founder of a scholarship academy. And what this does, it trains Black college males who have had successes in the college scholarship world to go out into the high schools and talk to the black young men about financial aid and the process of that. So just using black men to empower other black men in the community does a lot.
Trying to get this thing back to, I can't really control it. I'm gonna control it wrong. Sorry, guys. I cannot.
Throw your hands up. Throw your hands up. Okay. My bad. So we might as well dance. The music going on. What's up? But I'm gonna go ahead and I don't know where Anthony went, but let me go ahead and he's supposed to pop up the people photo as I talk about them, but I guess that's what he was trying to do. But okay.
Ready, Jim. Opulent J in the building. Lady DeVoe in the building. What's good with you? What everybody do this week?
Man, I was just getting my house together. I'm about to the end of getting my house situated after my big move to Texas.
Oh shoot!
So
Big move to Texas, huh?
I'm about 95%, about 98% there now. So I'm right where I need to be.
That's what's up.
Okay, Eric. So I'm not sure what you guys going. What's going on. I apologize for the technical difficulties. This thing is kind of acting weird tonight. But which story were you on, Eric?
I was just talking. I was finishing up with the young lady, and I wanted to finish up. She secured almost $6 million in scholarship fund, and it's been helping a lot of black males at least reduce at least $15,000 average in their debt. So she's doing a lot of things out there. Then we're gonna talk about the other thing. Y'all heard about the young lady who's an actress named Natura Norton. She's an actress, and what you all think about this? She didn't reveal her lover to the public until he proposed, and they are now married. So what's your thought? How do y'all see that? Y'all think that was positive or something, hey, why did she do that?
There was no need for her to do it. But,
Right. I personally feel like it's a form of control.
That's a power move. It's a power move.
It's a power move. Right.
It's a power move.
Against who? Why are we doing power moves?
Yeah. I kind of see it differently. I think she was doing, if you read into the story or you read behind it, sometimes you don't want people in your business. You just want to work on you and that individual. And you don't want no outside, opinion. And I think from looking at just the title, unless he proposed to me, I'm not going to put him out there on public. I don't think that's what it was probably saying. I think it was probably saying, you know what? When he become mine, I'm going to show the world mine. So that's how I looked at it.
Well,
and
right.
That's why I say it's a power move. She's already in the public eye. Everybody's going to scrutinize. Everyone's going to have their input and everything. And a lot of times when you're a celebrity, things tend to fall apart before they can even solidify. So that for her, that was a power move in regards to making sure they had a strong relationship, especially with how the public treats relationships.
Right.
So I think it's power move because I think it was a form of control. I think that she controlled the situation and she wanted to be a certain way. It's like if you reverse it, and if it was her, most people would not want to be kept a secret. So to me, it's like you keep me a secret until I do what you want me to do. To me, that's control.
I mean, I can see you saying it that way.
Ken, what you think?
Look at Kim.
Why is it considered a secret just because it's not on social media?
They didn't say social media. It just say period. So to me, I'm not going to be kept a secret from nobody. That's like we sneaking around or something. Like, what's up with that? What you think, man?
It's not a secret if the people who need to know about it.
Oh, okay, Kim. Okay, Kim.
Exactly. I'm sure
y'all
her
say
mama
that. Y'all say that. That's nice what y'all saying, but
I don't understand the secrecy. Like,
right, exactly. I don't understand it
I don't that, but I say that because that's how I roll. Like, if you don't have a ring on my finger and you're not, my last name hasn't changed, why am I giving you to the public? I don't understand. Why am I putting you on a pedestal?
The same reason I've been giving you to the public.
Why does the public matter?
Right, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'd rather, like Shauna said,
exactly.
I'd rather keep everything a secret away from the people, because there's people that the outside influence is big right now. So anything people say, somebody's gonna listen to. So why even put it out there like that? Keep what you want and what you have close to you daily, close, and not in people's eyes like that.
Yeah. Nice.
Well, we're gonna move on to the fourth topic. Thank you all for tuning in to that. And this last one will probably lead into the topic that we're probably going to talk about today. This one right here is about Russell Wilson, who's the quarterback for the Denver Broncos right now. He rented out an entire Waffle House for his wife to celebrate her birthday. Her birthday. And guess what? She said it was the next level. She said this right here was a level above what he's been doing. She said, okay. And she really enjoyed herself. She said this was one of the best surprises that she has had in quite some time.
You know what's really odd about this story though? Is that he had so much money and it was a simple thing. And there's no question about how much he got or going to a fancy place. Out of all the places you've probably been and ate at, and even him, it's just all about me and you, no matter where we at. It's really, no matter where you're at, it's you and the other person that's going to make it special. So I like that it was simple. And the Waffle House, that's like, what, stuff above McDonald's?
Hey, but that food, I bet it was fresh.
It was fresh. I love Waffle House.
I believe that as a husband and wife, that has a whole different connotation than if, you know, they were just dating or whatever. So we can absolutely get into that, but that's her husband.
Oh yeah.
At that point, they could rent out Bath and Body Works and it'd be a wonderful time. You know what I mean?
Right.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of lotion right there. Rub me down.
All right, you guys, we're going to get to the topic of the day, and it's going to be interesting. So, again, on social media, we went to the topic. By the way, everyone is watching, go ahead and hit the like button. That definitely helps us out and everything. So, you know, it came earlier this week. I saw this long list of different things that Black women refuse to go out on a date at first date. But it actually came from a video is what I found out. So I'm going to play this video and we're going to actually talk about it, all right? Here we go.
All right. I guess Kim's still pausing again this year.
Here we go.
This video, I'm going to show you guys a clip of it in just a minute, but this woman refuses to get out of the car because her date took her to the Cheesecake Factory. The man is extremely polite. You'll see that in just a minute. The thing about it is he had reservations for a nicer restaurant, an even more upscale restaurant, but she had him waiting on her to get ready for an hour. So they ended up missing the reservation that he had. So he had to scramble at the last minute and he chose the Cheesecake Factory. Let me show you guys a quick clip of their interaction.
This is the Cheesecake Factory, y'all.
What's the problem with that?
This is a chain restaurant. Who takes someone that looks like this to a chain restaurant?
You want to talk about it? I'm fine with talking about it, even in front of them. You expect a man to go all out on the first date. Is that right?
I mean, you're supposed to. Look at, I mean, when you take out a beautiful woman and you're courting her, because I get courted. So you're courting her, right? You're supposed to take care of her. You're supposed to cover her. You're supposed to protect her, cherish her, treat her well, right?
Yeah.
And
And
you're supposed to do.
I agree.
Not
I
at the
went
Cheesecake
into this
Factory?
date as I expect, with the expectations for myself to keep you safe, you know, to respect you, to pay for your food, of course,
She don't
take you
even
out,
care.
of course, and just treat you like a gentleman, which I believe I have.
You ain't really listen to him.
You've been pretty
And then-
nice, but
And then,
Cheesecake Factory. I feel like I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do as a woman.
Ooh.
but
I got myself
there's
all made
nothing
up.
wrong with the Cheesecake Factory, right?
Yes, there's a lot wrong with the Cheesecake Factory.
Okay.
Now, I'm not mad at him for not taking her to the other restaurant. They missed a reservation. And once he started seeing how she was acting, I don't blame him. She didn't seem very apologetic for having him wait in the car for an hour. She said, he said, you didn't let me come into your apartment. She said, I don't know you that well. I didn't feel comfortable letting a stranger into my apartment. He said, I understood that, but we missed our reservation and you gave me a hard time about it. I think he was getting enough of the vibes that she wasn't really into him like that. So I don't blame him for saying, well, I'm not going to go for like the all out big time date experience for somebody that's acting like she doesn't like me or isn't feeling me. He's being so sweet and she's being so rude. I don't blame him if he doesn't want to spend money on somebody who clearly doesn't seem to like him. She might like the meal. She might like the date. She might even like what he could do for her, but she don't seem to like him. And he isn't wrong for saying, I'm not into that. I don't think this man is going to have a hard time finding a quality woman at all. Listen to how he even disagreed with her. He was very careful not to interrupt her. He listened to everything that she said. He didn't listen to talk. He listened to understand where she was coming from. He was patient. He came around the door to open the door for her. He waited patiently for an hour, didn't even hold it against her that she made him wait for an hour. Like, girl, this temperament is like for the kind of men that trip over the slightest thing. You got somebody this calm, this patient, so busy trying to be a gentleman. She was so.
All right. So, any thoughts, you guys?
Well, I just said something, but I have a whole lot once somebody else say something. Because this is
Man, listen. The sense of entitlement is insane.
Why do you think that is though?
Too many simp ass motherfuckers out there. Sorry, my bad. I was cursing. My bad. Let me stop.
All right. So let me just say this. Watching that video, first of all, she's arrogant. She's a narcissist. And at the end of the day, we all know how this go. He could probably take out to eat. He's not going to get any play. Not because of the food, but it's obviously she's not really that interested in him. It's really all about how good he can treat her. And I do think it's starting to become more common. Some of the things on the list, though, I do agree with, and we'll get into that in a minute. But what y'all think about the video?
Well, I'm gonna tell you this about the video. I'm glad she exposed herself so I can know what she looked like, so I won't approach her. She just made herself, I think, look like a petite fool. She was saying how she's a beautiful woman. My question is, are you a beautiful woman on the exterior or the interior? That would be my question. Because what you just showed me was not a beautiful woman on the inside, but an ugly woman on the inside. First, and then next, that's the first date. So in other words, you don't get to know a person on the first date. You have to begin to know them. If y'all decide to go out, a few days or a few minutes after meeting one another, then hey, accept what's to come. Simplicity is the best type of way to show yourself, because to me, that's authentic. When some people want to buy this or do something extra, are they going to do that throughout the relationship? Or when it's time to get married, are they going to continue to do that? Or are they going to show them themselves like, hey, let's just go and just get to know one another. I think what he was doing was creating an environment for them to have a conversation. It wasn't about the restaurant. It wasn't about the food, things of that nature. It was more about her than more about them. So, you know, and the things she mentioned, you take care of a man, you're supposed to take care of a beautiful woman. You're supposed to do this, you're supposed to do that. Are you married or is that the first date?
Right. Exactly.
So, woman, I'm glad you exposed yourself. So when I see you at the church, I can slap you.
That's hilarious, Eric. I don't disagree. The reason I said that the sense of entitlement is insane is because for her to even expect him to take her somewhere after making them an hour late, she's lucky he even talked to her after that.
Yes.
If I was him, she would not have had any further conversation. It's too late to go. Nice to meet you. Take care.
His temperament was good, but if there was a black dude, it wouldn't have went down that way at all. More than likely, when they went down that way.
Oh no, man! There's some people out there that's simping it up. They be sorry, yes, girl. I'll take you somewhere else. Where you want to go? I'm empty my pocket. First thing, my ass. We can take a walk in the park, free as charge. We can pick up acorns. We can throw them shits in the ocean. We can talk about it. First day, I'm all set. I'm not spending a damn dime.
Cool. Now, Ken, what do you think? Ken.
Can't hear you, Ken.
We can't hear you.
Okay, Ken, we're not going to do that this year. We're not going to do that this year, Ken.
Okay. Well, maybe.
You can't hear me? I unmuted it.
Yeah,
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, what was your question?
What is your thoughts?
What is the question?
Did you see the video?
About I did.
The young lady who downed the man for taking the cheese.
I think it was ridiculous.
Now,
I think it was ridiculous. I don't agree with how she handled it. Hold on a sec.
Well, that dress was from Walmart too. And she was acting bougie as hell. You need to cut that out. I seen that at Walmart.
She was putting on a front. I think that was a front. You ain't all that woman. Matter of fact, let me know more about you so I can see that you really, so you can spill out the beans on who you really are.
Right.
But that's a good thing that she did that though. You know?
Now, I'm talking about your background and what you do and things of that nature. You want somebody matter of fact, the minister mentioned in church today, all the man wanted to do is have a woman who's good enough to help out or whatnot. Just help out with the date, you know. Just present yourself in a womanly fashion, like you. I mean, you ain't high almighty.
Right. Now, I do agree with what Sanaa said. I mean, in my experiences, I do think some women are, not all, act like they're entitled. And when I first heard about the list, I'm thinking like, I haven't really ran into one that's funny about those particular places. But I'm thinking probably if they're way over 6 digits, they might, and with the type of talent that she may have. But honestly speaking, people like her are probably broke. She ain't got no money. That's why she want to be treated that way.
That's why she had that Walmart dress on. I'm telling you.
I want to know what else is there in Kinston, North Carolina, or wherever else that you can go. Sometimes it depends on where you're at. You may not have a nice fancy restaurant in the town that you live in.
Right.
Speaking of the town that me and Anthony grew up in, what's the number one eating place?
Probably House of One.
Wendy's.
Yeah.
So it's a.
But here's Here's the thing, though, Eric. I was looking through this list, which, first of all, I believe it was created in satire, and it just grew legs and went crazy, right? But
Yeah, it went crazy. I do
it doesn't.
believe
It doesn't. It doesn't list. It doesn't list any of the nice local spots. It's listing chain restaurants and things like that. So that little mom and pop restaurant with the banging chicken, I don't think they're saying that's a no.
Right. But
that could just be me.
Now, but you know what, though, when I really thought about, let's go through this real quick. All right, number one is the Cheesecake Factory. Would y'all let's do a show of hands on right? Read out each one. Let me know if y'all agree or disagree. Is that a good place to go eat? I think it is a good place.
I think a lot of women like
first
it.
date.
Sure.
Oh, let's say for first date. All right, number two, Applebee's. Is that a good place for a first date?
Does she like Applebee's? Yeah, I'm until you find out.
All right, so
I'll see your hands, Sanaa.
We got
She's like, I ain't going to Applebee's.
We got Olive Garden. We got the
I'm not going to Applebee's on a first or 20th date.
Anthony,
why?
I'm not going anywhere where the food comes out of bags and boxes because I'm gonna get sick. I'm gonna go where they make it fresh. So that mom and pop restaurant might be the move.
Got you. So that means it's possible the guy can mistake it. You might say that and not to give all the information. He might think you bougie because you didn't exactly. He might didn't know all of why you would want to go to the eat.
So how would he know that if you didn't? If y'all haven't had a long enough conversation?
I would communicate. It took me 3 seconds to tell y'all that just now. Communication is really important. I have a lot of food allergies, and it's important that I eat stuff that don't come out of bags and boxes. So we can have a great time, but let's find somewhere where they're cooking.
Yeah. But you wouldn't do it the way she did it, though, right?
Absolutely. That was rude. What she did was very rude. First of all, don't put your own self on a pedestal. It's cool to have self-love. It's not cool to be self-centered. Yeah. Second of all, again, that sense of entitlement is insane.
Yeah. It is insane. It is insane.
All I know is it depends on you yourself. It don't matter where it is. If she got a problem where it is, that's not the girl to be with, the chick to be with. Because I could make any of those places on those lists. I've been there. And I've made a party out of it every time I go somewhere. So it is what it is. They can say whatever they want.
But Jim, you're a chef, right? Like you cook, like you actually make food, right? Mm-hmm. So you know there's a difference between like Applebee's and Chili's food and, some thought was put into this meal food, right?
Yeah, big deal. That's why one of the biggest places would be my house. I'll bring it to my house so I can chef it up for you. That'll be the best date, and then I'm comfortable in my own place anyway.
Right.
Okay, so the house one, that's stranger danger.
Yeah, I agree, and that is one of the ones on the list. The house, when a buffet is another one. The gym, a church, family function, movie night, somewhere that requires a long drive, bowling, nightclub, hookah bar, Waffle House, of course, and then sports events. But what I really thought about, I wouldn't exactly say refuse, but I think that it might not be for a first date. I think that keeping it simple, like one of the things on the list about ice cream or a coffee date, I think that really getting to know somebody is better because you can't get to know them in the movie theater. Y'all watch the movies. You can't really do it in the gym because you're working out. So I just say just keep it simple. And but what do y'all think about those particular places with the gym and the church and your house and buffet?
I don't know about the gym. I'm trying to work out. I say my house. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
right back to the house.
Listen, here's the thing. When you first meet her, I'm going to make sure they're comfortable anyway, see what type of person I am. They're going to be comfortable. You know what I mean? So they're not going to sit there like, oh, it's going to be weird to go back to your house because I'm going to show you I'm not a weird, creepy person. So
no house.
You come into the house regardless.
No.
Regardless.
I'm back. I had to switch to my phone. I'm back.
Thank you.
Let him know, Kim. Let him know.
Listen. Okay. I heard bits and pieces, but here's the thing. I think that people need to spend more time communicating before they decide to go on a first date to even get to know the person enough to say, okay, do I want to meet this person in person? Do I like this person conversation? Am I attracted to them enough to say, hey, let's take this to another place so we can be comfortable, see how we're gonna be around each other in each other's presence. But if I just text you and then we have one phone conversation, that's not enough for me to say I want to spend time with you to get to know you further. I think people need to start having more conversations and ask more questions before they decide to spend all this money on people and go on dates. That's just my opinion. And no home dates.
That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna make you feel comfortable, and then the first date will be at my house.
No, make me feel comfortable at the park. Let's
no, the average man, right? The average man who wants a date at the woman's house or at his house is going to 9 times out of 10 expect sex. Yep. No, that's a no. And we're not, if we're looking for life partners, we don't need to be cohabitating at our first meeting date. No, that's not how you do it.
That's why the church should be on the list.
No, it shouldn't. No, it shouldn't. No, it shouldn't. You know it shouldn't. No, it shouldn't. You mess around, you go to church, you learn some stuff. He done gone up to the altar and confessed some stuff you ain't need to know.
But then you know what?
No church.
He's gonna pretend when he get in church, he's gonna pretend to be something that he's not, even the more. So no.
Why you say that?
See, there's no way for
me
to pretend at my house.
That's what the average person do. They show up as a representative versus being who they are, being themselves. We so used to faking it till we make it, right?
Let me ask you a question. Isn't it more comfortable at my house? I
don't know you.
You get to see how I live. You can see it ain't dirty.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
No, because
me at my house.
You know I'm coming over, so you're gonna clean up. No,
right?
Absolutely not.
I'm confused.
I'm the man to clean up.
I'm confused.
And look, and some of these dudes first dating at the house have a woman that lived there. She just happens to be out of town. No, we're good.
Right.
We're good on all of that.
Right. No, absolutely not.
We are good.
It's more
like discernment. It ain't hate.
What are you confused about?
Isn't a date supposed to be to get to know somebody?
Yes.
So if you getting to know someone, I'm like this. It's if a woman say, "Hey, you want to go out?" I'm be like, "Yeah, pick the spot." Where you want to go? No, you just pick the spot. I don't care what it is. If I don't like the food, I'm gonna order something. I'm gonna just order a drink. I'm gonna at least be polite to go on a date where they want to go and get to know the person. It ain't all about the food and stuff. And we need to get. It's all about getting to know one another. To me, face to face is the best relationship to get to know one another.
Who's talking against not doing that though?
You said you should talk on the phone before you get to go on a date.
No, I said you should talk on the phone enough to get to know if that's the person you want to at least go out with. I can know by having a couple of conversations with you whether or not I want to go out on a date with you or not, as far as how our conversation is going. If you are self-aware and you know yourself.
A date is not a relationship, though.
It doesn't matter. I might not like you over the phone. If I don't like you over the phone, why would I go on a date with you? That's wasting my time.
On the phone. I don't like talking to you on the phone.
Okay, well then guess what? But see, if you don't like talking to me on the phone, then I'm a person who likes to talk. You're not the man for me, so therefore, no date. No date.
No, I want to know your facial expression. I want to know your body language.
We can FaceTime. We can FaceTime. Because I give you all my expressions on FaceTime the same way I would in person.
Too many filters. Too many filters.
I don't use filters. Filters are not for me.
I like to get to know a person. That just means we all have different ways to get to know a person. To me, I think I really get to know a person just by their body language and the way that they look at me, and they distracted by something else, or they paying attention to me. Things of that nature.
That can happen at the park. That can happen at the park.
That doesn't happen
You know what? It can, because here's the thing. people are so consumed by social media and their phones and everything else,
Exactly.
and they are disconnected from the real world of how to
Yeah.
socialize with people. That
Right.
has nothing to do with the character of the person. They are awkwardly, socially awkward. I am not that. And then here's the thing. You can't base everybody else's experience based off of who you are and how you want to do things. That's just unrealistic.
Yeah. I like what Nicole said. Nicole said, I would rather go for a coffee, smoothie, or ice cream on the first meetup. Something fun next to a nice dinner. I think you should make it
I
fun.
could do that.
You should
Yeah.
open up and have a good time versus something very serious. So I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I
want to
could
go
do
feed the
that.
ducks. Let's feed some ducks.
Yeah, I can do all of that. As a matter of fact, we can go hiking. We can go for a walk. I'm
Yeah.
not opposed to that.
You know,
It's just for me, I'm okay with doing whatever I enjoy doing by myself. I'm okay with doing that with you. I'm okay with it. My thing is you being a match for me and your personality and all of those things right there. That's gonna be the number one thing that keep us connected.
Well, can we get out the anecdotal talk? Majority of women are not going on a walk in the park and throwing breadsticks.
But I'm talking about me though. I can't talk about majority of
That's
women.
why I said let's get out the anecdotal. Let's
What
talk about
majority?
Women who are fit, women
What
who
majority?
like fitness and work out. I bet you they wouldn't have a problem with going on a walk or a hike.
Exactly. That's not a yeah.
See, we have a mindset that we want to think that we know what women like and what women want, but we have to remember all women are not the same. You have to date the women that like what you like.
But what we're doing is we're looking at the majority, and the majority is showing us that they want the bougie Bonton Bowl stuff. They want to be taken out, not the cheesecake.
We're looking at social media. We're looking at what social media say the majority is, and that's not the truth. Social media is a deception that we all keep falling for.
So, do women make it comfortable to go up them and approach them on a regular basis? Do women make it?
I don't have that answer. I'm approachable. I don't know about anybody else.
So you can't give me a like an estimate that.
That is.
There are some women
and
who
you
do,
can't be
and there are some women who
general.
don't.
Right. Some women literally don't want to be bothered. So of course, if they don't want to be bothered, they're not going to be approachable because they don't want to be bothered with you.
Okay,
Again,
so
to me, it has a lot to do with your body language. I was just talking with a female, and she was like, "Man, you the first person that came up to me in a long time," and she was like, she said, "Normal people won't think I'm approachable just by the way I look or carry myself and whatnot." And that's the wrong, I guess, interpretation or the wrong impression to make on a person.
And that's what we do all the time.
Yeah. So
we don't judge all the time. We don't see a majority of things all the time.
No, we judge people by what they look like, their facial expression, whether or not, if they are approachable or not. And they could be thinking about something that has nothing to do with you.
And sometimes it can be, if they're well put together, that might be a something. Matter of fact, she said that's one of the things because she have her own thing going and well put together. A lot of men would think, well, she has to be married.
So if we have a viral video, right? A viral video, and we have a list, that means somebody went and asked multiple people these questions and came up with a list. So that means
somebody just created a list.
That means there's a majority. That means there's a majority.
That does not mean that.
I don't think so.
That's not how we do
I don't think so. I don't think so, Jen.
That's not how we test things out.
Me either. Me either.
I think somebody wrote this list out and circulated it on social media, and it grew legs.
Absolutely.
I don't think it was based on people being questioned about first dates. I think that was not what happened.
I agree.
Especially with the amount of people in the comments saying, "Oh, I would love to go to Cheesecake Factory. I would love to go to Waffle." Lots of people were disagreeing with the list. I think honestly, it grew legs for attention, and then the men's list was even worse.
I agree. That's exactly what happened. And people took it and ran with it.
What was the worst?
Well, the men's list was like women. The men's list was like women you shouldn't take on dates at all. The number one was single mothers. Like your mom was probably a single mom. Stop. You know, that
Right.
type of stuff.
Divorcees,
women who
any woman,
look, women
right,
who don't
who's
go to
been
Cheesecake
married.
Factory.
I think it began to be like a big joke. I think the list became to be like a big joke, really.
So
Yeah,
we
yeah.
honestly say that there's not viral TikToks, viral all
But the
types
amount of people
things.
that buy
Hold
into
on,
what
hold
is
on.
on social
There's
media.
a whole bunch of things that's saying the same thing, and there's women actually on panels falling for it and actually contradicting themselves, which goes to show that the majority are the ones doing this.
You can't always believe what people say on social media. That's not real life.
And so we see over 1,000 different women going and doing the same thing compared to 100. We can't say that's the majority. Is that not
How
how
many
we take?
people?
Is that not how?
That's not the majority. That
No,
1,000 people are not the
women aren't on
majority.
social media. Some women aren't on social media, and those may be the ones you need to go talk to. You may need to talk to ones
Well, wait, but
who aren't
you did
following
say
trends.
you did say you are not going to Applebee's, right? You refuse to go to Applebee's.
I can't eat it.
So that is a preference, right? That's a preference.
That is not. She has a certain reason of why, though. It's not because she thinks she's too good for it. That's a difference.
If I get sick on the first date, I might not want to date no more. I might have a negative association. I can't eat a lot of stuff, and processed food is the majority of stuff I can't eat because of all the stuff that's in it. So that's not my idea of fun, being sick and trying to be cute and trying to play off being sick just for the sake of not offending somebody that wanted to take me to Applebee's.
You know what?
I'd rather go to the park. I'd rather ride go-karts. Let's leave the food out of it. Let's ride some go-karts around and have fun.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. You know what I'll do? I'll take you to Applebee's so you can get sick so I can take care of you.
Goodbye. Y'all have a great evening.
Listen, you can go to Applebee's and I will just have a drink, thank you.
See how positive
I'm not gonna eat anything.
Or better yet, so you can take it home, like Jim keeps saying.
That's
Absolutely
how you get
not.
to know me the most.
Get me an Uber me. No.
See, y'all so scary.
Listen, no.
If I told you for a couple of weeks before we even go out on a date, you want to come to my house regardless.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
No,
yes, you are.
I'm not.
That is a given. I'm not even going to say
no.
You can even say no. You never put
it's a no.
Position. Never been
I love saying no. No makes me happy when I say it to people.
And I love people that say no.
No.
Because that yes feels so good when they say
no. See, that's the thing. Lord. That's the thing. You have boundaries. You place boundaries up for a reason. No.
Listen,
and if people don't respect your no, then that's definitely not a man for me.
Listen, talk to you for a couple of days. Your heart starts melting, your eyes start shaking. It's like, I want to go to your house. I told you. It's going to happen.
So, ladies, what would be a good
after a couple of days? Jesus Christ.
Right. I don't even believe that you saying in a couple of days.
Hey, what did you say?
So, ladies, what would be a good place for somebody to take you?
One of my favorite first dates literally was riding go-karts.
Yeah.
That was one of my favorite first dates. Okay. Another favorite first date was at a sushi place, sushi and sake, because it was first of all, when you're riding go-karts, there's no room to try to be cute or front or anything like that. You get to see the ugly laugh. You're having fun. It's exhilarating. You know what I mean? And the spirits are high after that. There's no pressure for anything. I don't have to worry about you looking at me sideways after you spent $200 on some food. Like, so what you gonna do? Nothing. Go home. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's fun. It's adventurous. I don't have to worry about getting sweaty out in nature if that's a problem. It's fun. Riding go-karts is fun.
Okay. Well, sushi, you named the second one sushi. Now, who would come up with sushi?
It was the person's idea that asked me out, sushi and sake, and we sampled different types of sushi and different types of sake, and it was cool. It was a great evening.
They had to know you.
Not that well.
I would never have
the premise was the premise was, if you don't eat that, then we can decide on something else. But see, here's the thing about this majority of women thing. Some of us are really easygoing. Some of us really don't put up a fuss. If I can't eat it, I can't eat it. That's different.
Right.
But some of us aren't really, it's not about being bougie. It's just about making it make sense.
Yeah.
I agree.
I think, do you think what you said makes sense? Again, makes sense to who? To you or to the individual that is taking you? Because what makes sense to me, like I said, if a woman said, let's go on a date, and she picked the location, I would go regardless if I like the food or not. Even if I just ate dessert and drunk a drink, I would have, and then we go somewhere else after that. But I personally wouldn't have said, no, I'm not going in there. No, I'm not. No, you can find something, a drink or something.
Well, Eric,
go ahead.
Like, I'm just gonna say, unless I know you like that and we're already kicking it, I'm most likely not gonna ask you on a date. So most likely it's you asking me. So when I say making it make sense, I literally mean for the both of us, not just for me. It's not a one-sided situation.
It's for the. Say that again.
You don't get it? You don't get what she's saying?
Say that again.
I said unless I really know you and we're already like kicking it like that, I'm probably not going to ask you out for different reasons. I said, but if you're,
what's wrong? Stop right there. Stop right there.
That's a whole. It's a long conversation. It's a long conversation, and if y'all want to have that conversation, I will have it. I believe that me asking you out sets an expectation I might not be able to keep up. So I'm not going to put myself in that position. But if we've been kicking it, then I already know who, what, when, where, how, why, where we are with it, and it's all good.
It's a setup.
Yeah,
that's your perspective. But we were taught not to pursue men. So I don't care how nobody feels about that. I'm not pursuing no men.
Is that cultural, or is that some other type of?
I don't know. I was raised Muslim. I wasn't raised to pursue men. I don't know about anybody else's culture.
That ain't pursuing men. That's not. For people get that mixed up. When a man finds a wife, that doesn't mean he's going out there searching for her. That doesn't mean that. That's mean when he take her hand in marriage. That's what it means. He that finds a wife.
We're talking about asking people on dates. So right. who am I going up to that I don't already know, asking if they want to go on a date, Eric? Like I said, I already know you. We already know like who and how we are. So then there's no confusion there. Clearly, this guy didn't know this woman very well.
Well, I think
right.
I don't think he needed to because maybe that was the first time that they got together after they exchanged phone numbers.
Mm-hmm. And that goes back to Kim's point about knowing a little more about a person before you even put all that energy into going out.
Everybody's way of knowing about them is not through telephonically. It's through personal.
It doesn't matter. You just ask however you ask questions and you get answers. You ask questions and get answers. However you do it.
Face to face. Hey, let's go on a date to get to know one another.
I'm not going on a date with a man that I haven't had a conversation with or text messages or FaceTime. We're not going on a date unless we get all of that.
Because you talk a lot. You ain't gonna never get on a date, Kim.
First of all, I am in a relationship, a very happy relationship that I have been in for a year, and I don't have any problems with communication or any of that because I'm cool with it. He's cool with it, and we flow together. So, and believe it or not, regardless of the exchange that we're having right now, I have plenty of guys who I talk to who will tell you I'm a very easygoing person, and I'm easy to talk to, and I'm cool. So, no problem with getting a man. He just has to have certain standards.
I mean, yes.
Though, I gotta say this though. To me, it seems like in this dating world, it's like women tend to think they can have all the standards, and the men can have absolutely none at all. And looking at her, what were you gonna say?
I was going to say, why does it seem like that?
Because it's always about what either the man got to do, what he's supposed to do, what he is or ain't going to do. There's a lot of different things And then when it comes to the taking out thing, it's like we became accustomed to that. But I thought to myself one day, like, what exactly does it mean if I take you out and pay for the dinner? And I realized, like, far as how is this going to tell you I'm a good man? And it don't, because that's the case. How many times have we have ladies went out to eat and it still ain't what to do? So I realized the dinner ain't gonna make us be together.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
You know what?
Yeah.
You know what the minister said today? He said a lot of women ask guys to be a husband so they can, but they get to be free. Meaning there's a lot of stipulation with what you want from a man, but when it's asked for her to do something, it's like she rejects everything. So she wants to be free to be able to do what she wants, but she puts so much pressure on the man to be a certain thing, and that's not right.
Who said she put pressure on him?
That's not the woman for him.
Well, I think everyone has their standards of what they like, what they don't like, what they need, what they don't need. Y'all don't have standards? I mean, it's kind of...
We do, but just like on the first date, I still say that we're expected to do certain things. And there's no expectation that man say, or what that we can say that we expect for y'all to do. It's all about, we have to pay for the dinner, we have to open the door, it's a lot of things that the man have to do, but no women don't ever say anything at all about what's expected of them to do on the first date. That's why I say it's not really fair, because it's all about, I feel like from day one, we're being judged, or either kind of say, okay, let me see what he gonna do. We can't do that in a position. No. We can't.
Because women be like, you glad I showed up.
Right, exactly.
As if that's enough. Oh, wow. As if that's enough. Come on now.
I have never said any of these things that y'all talking about.
I sure have said it very proudly out my mouth. I'm here. I showed up. However, that's also a matter of emotional maturity or emotional immaturity. So I think one of the things that people fail to realize is, again, who it is that they're trying to take out. It's gonna go back to the conversation, whether it's a face-to-face conversation, right, Eric, or a phone conversation, Kim, because you get those they're gonna say little stuff to let you know who they are. And at that point, it's up to you to decide to go a little further with this person or put them back in the oven because they need to cook a little more. That is a very emotionally immature and entitled thing to say. All I got to do is show up. It's not right. But there are a lot of women that believe that because we're taught that we're the prize. We're not taught what it means to be the prize, what comes with being the prize. We're just taught half of the lesson. So we take that and we run with it. It is what it is. And I'm speaking very generally. Of course, I can't speak for all women, but that's what happens. So yeah, you got to court me. You got to date me, this, that, and the third. But here's the thing. Why are y'all not setting the standard by saying, okay, that's cool, and this is what I expect, so that she can also say, okay, I can't cut it. I can't live up to that. So maybe we should just not even go in that direction.
We can, but it's not going to work. But I got two things I want to say.
Well, how you going to say it's not going to work if you don't do it?
Wait.
Come on now, see, that's the thing.
Wait a minute.
That's the thing right there. They complain, but they don't speak up.
Who's there?
I'm gonna ask both of y'all this question right here.
What's that?
What do y'all as women is expected to do on the first date? What do y'all what is supposed to be expected of you? And I know y'all can't come up with that.
Well,
you tell us you're the man.
The person that is trying to
exactly.
I'm saying, like,
contradiction in the air.
I'm expected to be on
you
time.
have to ask for it. Or do you feel like you have to ask for it?
No, I'm saying, like, we're already.
You the woman, come to my house.
I'm expected to be on time.
We already expect that when we go out to eat that the man's going to pay. That's already expected. We don't even have to talk about that part. Well, what I'm saying is that what's expected of the woman to do besides show up?
I'm expected to be on time. I'm expected to not bring my children. I'm expected to not be sitting there on the phone. I'm expected to, be
that's
conversational.
Same thing as us. That's the same thing.
Well, what are you doing?
Like what? So again,
it's not fair.
You would set the expectation.
I'm confused as to what you're looking for.
He has no idea. He has no idea.
Because I'm confused. Like, what else are we supposed to do?
Exactly, because it is nothing for y'all supposed to do. Because all the expectations always gonna be on the man. Because, like I said, when we go out to eat, we don't even have to ask you, are we gonna pay for it? It's already always assumed that we have to do that. But if that is so, my question is, what are y'all expected to do on the first date?
Wait a minute. However, depending on how you were raised, you're still going to have enough to cover yourself if you need to, right? So that's not necessarily an expectation.
That ain't the point.
Right.
I would love for the
So we're going just like Sanaa said, we're gonna come, we're gonna be polite, we're gonna be respectful, we're gonna show up, we're
not
gonna
going to bring our kids and leave them in the car.
Right. We're not gonna order unnecessary things. Like what is it that because I'm gonna drive my car there to meet you, so you don't have to come pick me up. I'm meeting you there.
Right.
Name something that y'all don't have to do. Okay, what you just said, I have to drive too. I have to be on time. Name something.
Okay, so we're both doing it.
No.
Why is that
except
effective?
for that case, we're expected to pay for it, and y'all expected to do absolutely nothing.
Okay.
If you ask me out
if
to
you
eat,
don't
if you
want to
ask
pay
me
for
out
it, talk about that beforehand.
in the beginning. What is the issue?
Y'all missing the point. Y'all missing the point.
No, we're not.
Oh my, no, you're not making the point
at all.
It's not making sense.
It's about communication. It's about communication.
They're absolutely right. They're absolutely right. We need to communicate more, and we need to stop being worried about their feelings. So when we tell them exactly what we want in this date. If they don't agree, then go on to the next.
Simple as that. It's an informed decision.
It
is.
That's all you have to do.
There's 15 to 1. There's 15 women to 1. You're gonna get one of them. So if you're not on my page, click on.
Precisely. and it's that simple.
I think that's why the lady felt like she did, because again, that's all she had to do, just look beautiful and just show up. That's all that women expect to do. And that's nothing.
I think the problem is the communication was there. It's just that it wasn't effective communication, because the communication part was, I asked you out on a date. That's the communication part. The effective communication part is, where would you like to go? What food did you like to eat? And things of that nature. That's the effective. I think we need to get past the communication and make it the effective communication to get to know exactly what a person wants, so that the date can go successful.
Great point, Eric. And to add on top of that, because ain't nobody doing no guessing. On top of all of that, Eric, I will absolutely ask, are you wanting me to cover myself? I ask that question because no, I don't walk around with expectations. I ask for the information I need so there's no confusion. And if the answer is yes, I would like for you to cover yourself. Cool. So then this is not a pursuit date. This is, we're going out together. We're both spending money on ourselves, and we're just, we're having a conversation. So because that's not in my normal budget, how about we just go to the park then? Let's all save some money. No problem. We'll still get to know each other. We'll still have a conversation. No, I'm not here for a free meal. I can cook, and I can cook very well. We're good.
Come to my house.
Good. I'm straight on that. 100%.
You'll get to know me so much more.
Because setting a whole different expectation. What's expected of a woman who comes to your house? What's expected of a woman you spend money on? Dudes are buying meals literally for sex. Like, come on, let's keep it a band.
Absolutely not.
I don't need sex from y'all.
I said,
I want somebody to talk to.
It's not about us, because
Bye, Jim.
We're not an option, so we're not talking about us.
I'm not talking about y'all. I'm talking about women in general. Come on, stop talking about yourself.
You just said y'all.
Y'all know
y'all in general.
Y'all know doggone well.
Y'all, that means a whole bunch of y'all.
Y'all know doggone well. It's men out here buying Ruth's Chris for the bust down. Y'all know what it is. Don't act like it's not happening.
Absolutely.
Don't act like it's not happening.
Well, since y'all just do anecdotal, I personally don't do that.
Well, thank
you. I'll cook for you and send you home. How about that?
You won't send her home. I don't buy that for a second.
Well, if you stay, that means I'm doing my job. I'm doing good. So that's what you do. But you can eat and go home. That's what it is. But if you stay, yeah, baby.
He's like, no, I need a respectable woman. Yeah, okay.
I do.
Move on. Go ahead.
I'm trying to get married soon.
Oh, everyone heard you say that too.
What did he think?
about this whole conversation, man. I just been laughing, man. It's like a man trying to Bill Cosby somebody, man. He trying to get him to
Exactly. Exactly.
Thank you for your honesty, sir.
Thank you for pointing that out. Thank you. We should have been had him talk. Why are you just not saying something? You should have been saying something.
Because y'all agree.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
Don't mean that's facts because y'all.
My brother, I appreciate you.
Listen.
Solidarity.
Yes. In the house.
All right, in your house. They ain't never had no problem.
Jim done pulled out the special seasoning. Jim got the special seasoning.
Indeed.
Hey, let me tell y'all another thing that's very important. A young man said he went out on a date with a young lady. And when they went on a date, she came in nice, like she was going like a nice dress, like she going to a nice restaurant. He came in Gucci pants, Gucci hat, Gucci shirt, and he said he felt like a little boy compared to her. And I think that's another thing that's very important. When you go on a date, you need to find out what is the attire.
Yeah.
You don't want to seem out of place.
I know.
I
agree.
What the attire is, and y'all go walking in the park, and you come with heels on, you're gonna be too comfortable.
You are so right, Eric. You're so right.
You need to know, hey, what type of attire do I need to dress for? You know, is it you know, casual? Is it, you know, dress up, business casual? You know, athletic wear or what?
As a fashion designer, I need to know your color scheme too. We need to, you know, be cohesive. We need to be fashionably cohesive. That's very important.
I think that's when
right.
No. When we go out. When we go out.
Nah, we ain't doing all that now tonight. I can't get with you on that now.
Look, matches on the first date.
I'm staying in my wheelhouse. I didn't say match. I didn't say match. Y'all don't take it. Don't take it and give it legs. I said fashionably cohesive. Fashionably cohesive coordination. So what color are you wearing? And let me see if what I have goes with it.
Oh yeah, no, you wear your color, I'm wear my color.
Burgundy.
I get stripped of all my
y'all
words.
know, I started looking at it different. If it's the first meet and greet, I just rather just keep it as casual as possible. Now, if we go on a date, like we make a date out for like a comedy show, then we get dressed. The reason why I rather do casual in the beginning because I want to get the raw you. I want to get how we are, you know, naturally every day. Because I think that's kind of whack that we think that we have to impress somebody. That you're gonna try to be something that you're not really that all the time. I think that you should go with, you know, as far as like majority who you are all the time. Just keep it simple.
I'm gonna just wear gray sweatpants.
Excuse me. For my fashionable, I'm gonna ignore you. For my fashionable people out there who are listening, don't listen to these non-fashionable people. If you are going out on a meet and greet or a first date, wear something neutral with a pop of color, and you'll be fine. Don't listen to them; they don't know what they're talking about.
Gray sweatpants.
Him and his gray sweatpants, y'all. Don't be tempted, ladies. Please don't be tempted.
Yeah, please don't. Please don't.
Fall not into temptation, ladies. Please. It's
a
trap.
How you know that's MC?
Let's wear some slacks.
It's a trap.
In the fashion world, what would be, if you don't bring that subject up, what would be something neutral?
A t-shirt and some jeans, like, you know, just a regular t-shirt and some jeans. Yeah, absolutely. You don't have to get fancy shamancy.
And a polo, maybe slacks and a polo.
You don't have to be fancy shamancy. Flat some skinny jeans and a pullover.
Oh, I can't stand skinny jeans. Oh, no skinny jeans. Nope, not for me.
What if he's skinny?
No.
I wasn't talking about for the man, Jim. Golly.
Oh, okay. That's what I was talking about. Because there are some men who wear skinny jeans, and I just don't want my man in skinny jeans, you know.
I'm wearing gray sweatpants regardless. That's all. Y'all go out.
Why? You trying to take them back to your house? Is that why?
Because they coming home with me.
He wearing sweatpants so they can just slip them off easily.
I'm a cooker, and then you're gonna go home.
Nah.
All right, you guys, go ahead and like the button. We're at the end of the show. It was fun. It was so glad seeing y'all again. It's been a while. Catch us every Sunday at 7 Live. TikTok, social media, everything. And we thank you for your support. And as always, love, peace, and soul.
Yeah.
I'll see y'all next week.
Pink
All right,
lemonade.
Pink lemonade.
Lemonade.
Alkaline water. Alkaline water.
Oh, I love that alkaline water.